Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 12th and final episode of the third season of, Shinigami Bocchan to Kuro Maid. It's kind of hard to believe you've gotten through 3 seasons of the show. You know, it's a lot's happened, met a lot of friends along the way, lifted some curses along the way, but we're pretty much kind of in the end game now. The big curse has been lifted, Bocchan's curse, right? He can actually touch Alice, and I'm sure we will get much more touching of Alice going forward. A lot of it may not be on camera in the show, but it'll happen. It'll definitely happen. And this episode, I don't know. I guess we just talk to the family about what's going on with Bo-chan and Alice, most likely. That's what I imagine. So yeah, let's jump on in and see how all that goes. 3, 2, 1, play. So far, it's a peaceful day. We'll see how long that lasts. I heard the rustling. I knew it was Alice. It was just a matter of waiting to see her. But yes, more tension, more touching intensifies. Yeah, could you just imagine how happy they both are right now? Yeah, Bo-chan gonna be disqualified for that. Oh, that feels so weird to have her call him that. Baby steps. It's definitely weird. Okay, it's starting to penetrate my soul. I'm sure it'll be fine. Cat's just enjoying his best life over there. Are we already? Okay, yeah, we jumped right into it. Okay, no beating, no beating around the bush. But yeah, she shouldn't be too surprised. Yeah. I almost brought that up, but he did already stand up to her in regards to Alice and stuff, right? So yes, very sad. She can smile. Meanwhile, Walter's got his own emotional roller coaster over there. Well, that's good. I was a little bit worried about Rob. But yeah, I guess, I mean, we did it. We got through it. We're like, what, 2 episodes, 2 minutes into the episode? Maybe 3. That, that's the nicest thing he's ever said to him, I'm pretty sure, in this show. And here it is. Yeah, that's the Walterino. And hey, Keto and Teto! Of course, she's rocking her freaking smartphone over there. I'm sure he does. Yeah. That would be a great way to bring it up. Wow. You can't just live stream someone else's troubles like that. Oh, okay. Just kind of popped up. Best sisters. That got me. And yay, sister hug. It'll get the views, get the likes. And you just gotta make sure to live stream this, you know? This is the good stuff right here. You just gotta get the kiss going. That's why you practice with your sister until you got it figured out. I'm sure they are. And hey, these two just going out together. Yeah, I'm sure Walter will do fine. I mean, at this point, might as well. Yeah, that's a real 18 plus content right there. Okay. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to worry about touching anyone anymore, so he can be more involved with people. A vacation home, okay. I have to let my cat in real quick. Bet she hasn't. It's been too long since we've seen Amelia, man. Because it's a little bit hard to visit her, you know? Being underwater and all that. Ma. That lion's got a lovely bow. Definitely remember some of those faces. Oh yeah, the child. I don't think so. I think it's just a hat. He is so short. They can say he's gotten taller all they want, but he's still short. It's still taking some getting used to. Because she's called him Bocchan at least 300 times throughout the show. At least. I remember that mask. What a good guy he is. So yeah, pretty much what's left of the show is the marriage itself, right? Then consummating the marriage. Yeah, but what complicates things is the Daleth, you know. Like that's who he's got to marry. So once again, you know, complicating things. Maybe. She's my waifu for life, mom. Yeah, definitely misses her. Trust me, she has not. Oh, hey, there's she. Oh, as you do. And she just does whatever she wants, doesn't she? I guess that's a way to put it. Daleth is great. What a really cute blush she's got. Oh, hello. The person that I put into a deep sleep. Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Like, no apology. Hey, did you remember you promised to kiss me? Keto Teto Biola back there. I love Daleth. Thought of a way. She's pretty great. Let's see. That's a lot of words. Pointy rock, ghosts. It says, I can't read all this. I heard saw the word zombie. You have to go back to that later. Is that what, like around 12 minutes and 45 seconds? I was going for it. And okay. I, I guess that's plenty romantic. Oh, careful. I guess it just works real fast. Good thing Onichan was there. So how do you feel? Okay, the grunting was an attempt to push out magic. And watching them hug is actually kind of better than watching them hug. Let the whole world hear it. Keto and Teto makes the scene so much better. So glad they're in the scene. Yeah, you can touch Rob as well. It's like, no, no, no. Walter's a happy man. Bocchan's a happy man. Ketu and Tetu are happy women. Probably. Safe assumption. That would be something. Letter? I knew there was a butt coming. Do better. You'd actually have to leave him to get a letter. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, Philip, I'm curious what he has to say. Yeah, you better. There's their sister. I mean, his life's in a pretty good place right now, overall. Plenty to be happy about. Didn't know my mother was so human. Okay. Yeah, I basically nailed her with that name. And she could actually rustle his hair again. Always. Literally always been. There she goes. Make it a little bit worse. Back when he was a happy child. Ooh. It's great landing. Really, it's, it's really cute. She prompted it and still got embarrassed over it. It was cute. she's here. Hugs all around in this episode. Oh, we are gonna do it. Okay. Like she's not gonna hold a grudge or anything. She's too nice for that. In TR, it's the worst. I'm watching too much Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, whatever one it is. The Apple. It was one of those two movies. I didn't watch either of those movies. I just know of them. So my bad. I'll buy a dinner later to make up for it. Only if I get to put you to sleep for a while. Yeah, that's her personality. My leg. Ugh, fat cat on my leg. It's the worst. We had the marriage ceremony, which the mother's awake for it. Never seen him wear so much white. Or her, really. Here we go. Contact. And they're both alive. It's great. Oh, okay, we're doing this. Yeah, very, very mean. Very, very rude. I'm supposed to stop calling him, I remember. But no, we gotta do it one last time. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. So yeah, that was the 12th and final episode of the third season of Shinigami Bocchan to Kuro Maid. Like really early on in the season, I wasn't sure we would go to season 4 or not, but like, especially after watching this episode, it seems like we're really just done with the show. Like, I mean, I never actually checked to see if the source material was finished or not. I guess I could do that right now. But the manga, yeah, it says the manga's finished, so I think I can safely assume that's the rest of it right there. There's no guarantee or anything, but that would make sense, right? Like you could technically, like you could continue most things in life. You could continue it as just showcasing their married life together, but that as far as endings go, that's as solid of an ending as you're gonna get, really. Like full closure and everything. But anyway, yeah, that was the episode. So pretty much what I expected for the most part. Like we dealt with the mother stuff a little bit more quickly than I expected. We just like immediately jumped over there. He said the main topic of the conversation. He got that out there. Pretty much got permission for, I guess you could call it, for the most part, and it was just resolved. Right? Walter kind of taking over and all that good stuff. And then we transition over to the Walter Daleth stuff because Daleth is still doing her best. You know, she's all nervous and blushy and worrying about things and having Keto and Teto help her out and live streaming her woes to many people. Which you know, the comments we got there were just great. I'm sure they're waiting. Let's celebrate when you kiss. It'll be fine. Kiss, kiss, Daleth, Daleth, Daleth. It'll be fine. I want to be the sand. Okay, I didn't see that one. That's funny. It'll be fine. There's Rabbit 2, Sada, she's beautiful. Sada, Daleth, best ep ever. Some of these comments, man. It's always meant to be Nico because you got the, you know, the text moving across the screen. Today's great. Today's gonna be a good day. So peaceful. Sada. At some point, there was a comment about the sisters. Probably not gonna be able to find that again, but. Oh, right there, yeah. Best sisters! Exclamation point. I don't know why that got me so much, but it did. Because I could totally see that being me. But yeah, we had all that, everyone being very supportive and encouraging for Daleth, which is great to see, because, you know, back in the day, Daleth was mistreated by her sister a lot, but now, sister's being a better sister. She's got, you know, uh, Keto and Teto on her side as well, being very helpful and supportive. It's great to see. So, you got that side of things. And then we have Walter talking to the mother as well about Daleth and all that and how much he loves her. And then we get Sada coming in to kind of help smooth things over. Like, don't worry, Daleth is a good girl. She's my sister. I vouch for her. My personality is a little bit messed up. I'm kind of trash, but Daleth is great though. You know, she'll be great with Walter. We have a fancy lineage. Like, don't even worry about that. You know, so I like her coming in there to kind of help out there. That was nice. As Daleth just kind of hangs out the window talking to Walter and doing their smoochy to seal the witch cleansing deal to become human again, so they can just be together. So that was all nice. And Sada did her part to, like, I think she just killed the magic that escaped, so it didn't just infect someone else. So Sada, of course, doing good work. And also apologize to Sharon, which was good to get that as well, because there's a long list of people that Sada has screwed over. So, you know, if she's on a redemption arc, the beginning of that is apologizing to all the people that she screwed over and lifting the curses that she caused. And by the end of the episode, I'd say she did all that. So she's like a solid start to her redemption arc, I guess you could say. But definitely has a way to go to get fully forgiven by me, you know. But you know, as if my opinion matters. But and that was, I think, most of the episode. Like, we got some letters and stuff to Bocchan, Philip. You know, they've made up with each other, which is good, because that was one of the very early on points of conflict in the show. Was you want to hang out with his buddy Philip? Philip hates his guts because of his curse and all that, the fear taking him over. But we kind of went full circle back to, you know, to a good place where Philip is able to actually apologize and, you know, seemingly want to become friends again. Like, now that the curse is lifted, there's no reason not to, as long as the guilt isn't like a barrier, which seems like it's not. You know, just apologize and get over it, sort of thing. And Bochan's, of course, not going to hold a grudge. I mean, if he's not going to hold a grudge against a woman that literally cursed him, ruined his life, he's not going to hold a grudge against Philip, you know. But yeah, seeing this up between Bocchan and his mother was nice too. You know, get to see her act a bit more human. You know, out in the flowers, looking at them, rustling his hair. I don't remember where it was. I know there was some point in the show where she talked about wanting to rustle his hair. I could be paraphrasing, but she said something like that. So at some point, so getting to see that was nice. Also, be a little bit of a quick scene we had between Zion and Cuff, where she very clearly wants to be complimented on her outfit, and it's a very cute outfit. I do love how the color scheme very much matches with his, so they look good together. But just by itself is a really pretty outfit that she looked great in, and the way her head just kind of steamed out of embarrassment as soon as he said that was great. Definitely made the scene. But yeah, I think let's see. Well, we saw Amelia a little bit. She didn't do too much in the episode, but I appreciate, like, not completely forgetting about her. But after that, we just had the marriage ceremony. We had the lovely outfits. Getting to see Alice walking down the aisle with her mother was really nice. We whipped out the rings, put them on, kissed it to seal the deal. And, you know, after the credits rolled, they just banged like rabbits, just bodily fluids everywhere. You just know it to be true. And they live happily ever after. I mean, don't get much more of a satisfying ending than that to a show. So can't complain. But yeah, do we have any thoughts on the show overall to mention? That I haven't already like beat the dead horse on. Like I'm not gonna repeat things I've said a million times here. At least I'll try not to. I can never make any guarantees. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a really good show. Some characters I would have liked more screen time for. Keto and Teto, of course, being the big ones. Like the hugging and the celebrating that we got between Keto and Teto during the during the Walter Dallas scene was great. Even just the hugging. I don't know why the hugging I liked so much. Like between them, because we saw like a hand, each of their hand on the other person's like around their back, essentially. A very nice smile, and as usual, the weird purple blush that she has, which I always just love the contrast between one of them looking tan, the other one looking like she's never seen sunlight in her life. Like it's a nice contrast between the two of them. Really makes it feel like they're a yin yang thing that they complete each other. So I've always enjoyed them. Wouldn't mind like a spinoff of just focusing on those two because they're always fun. Like every time they're in a scene, they definitely make it better without question. So would have loved to have a bit more of them. But overall, I think the show had like a very solid cast of characters. Right, Bocchan, of course, he has some of those stereotypical anime male protagonist traits that annoy me a little bit, like the goody two shoe thing being a bit excessive and stuff like that. But it doesn't bother me too much. But then you have Alice, who's just like perfect waifu material, very kind and considerate and flirty and teasy and blonde and busty. Like there's nothing not to like about her. Very loyal to Bocchan. So she's great. And then we have Cuff, who's great in her own way. Like she's also great to have around for sure. Zion is kind of a bro. He's a bird head, but he's got his time magic, so he's always been a impressive individual. And I think there were a couple of the like earliest friends that Bochan really had in the show. I think they showed up pretty early on. But then we have Daleth, our witch, who was kind of an antagonist to begin with. It feels like it was so long ago, I can barely remember like how I felt about her early on. But I know she was like some kind of antagonist, but she had the best character development of any character in the show by far. Like not even a competition really. But she had so many issues, a lot of most of which, maybe all of which, came from Sada that she worked through. With the help of her friends and everything. I still remember that one episode where like we began her like character turn, right? And I remember making comments about how weird this felt, how unexpected it was, things like that. And but before I knew it, like she became one of my favorite characters. Like I loved having her around, you know. So what they did manage to do with Dalek's character was great. And at least to me, it did not feel like an asshole or anything like that. Especially when you do get the added context to everything that Sada put her through and everything like that. So I definitely had no real complaints about Daleth becoming a member of the gang like I did with Sada. But again, I'm not going to get into that too much because I've already talked about that too much. I'm just trying to talk about Daleth right now. But and Daleth, I'm glad that things worked out for her where she was able to find Walter and find her own happiness in that sense. Be able to lift away the witch stuff and just become a human and find some normal human happiness. And our friends and all being encouraging of that and happy for her. It's all great to see. I'm glad Daleth got a happy ending of her own. Like, it seemed like a lot of characters that mattered got some kind of real closure by the end of the episode, whether it was like finding some kind of career path or someone to marry or anything like in that vein. I feel like everyone kind of, got a little bit of something. But see, anything else to touch on? But yeah, like I said, characters pretty good in the show overall. Some were more hateable than others, but I feel like pretty much every character that mattered, like they added to the show. Even Rob, our loyal butler, he was a great guy. I'm glad to have him around. Like it's great to have your waifu maid around, but having a more normal, standard old guy butler, just kind of balance things out a little bit, right? Like, that way you don't make her do all the work around the house. Someone to do some of the stuff. But let's see anything else. The problem with two seasons, it's a lot to go through my head to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. But I don't think so. I mean, it was just a very. I mean, it was a fairly unique show, right? Like having a cursed protagonist has to live with that, like a hardcore disability, and find friends that like him for who he is and are not like driven away by it. The way Philip was early on. Finding people like that can help support him along the way. It was also great and wholesome to watch. Even have even had like a brief Magic Academy thing, which is still a little bit silly. I'm not sure how necessary that was in the grand scheme of things. Like, obviously that was a catalyst to figure out the Sade stuff, but did it necessitate being in the form of a Magic Academy? I almost feel like just the author likes that sort of thing and just wanted it in the show somewhere. You know, I just I feel like that's probably the case because the more I think about it, the more I think that was it didn't have to quite be in that form. Like, I know it serves somewhat of a training arc for Cuff, but because I think even the other students didn't really do a whole lot in the show. I don't think. I mean a little bit, but so that would definitely be an odd feeling part of the show. I didn't mind it or anything. It just more the thing about it, just the weirder it felt. Slightly out of place, but it's fine. Walter's trait about being by hating the number two. That running gag was pretty funny throughout the show. It never got old. I don't think it ever got old. I always enjoyed that gag. But yeah, overall, I'd say even if I had a complaint or two about the show, overall, I would say it was a really good show that I'm glad I watched. And yeah, I'm glad it like had a proper, satisfying ending because you don't get that with a lot of shows, because the light novel or the manga that it's adapted from is still going or whatever. So you don't really get that too often, but when you do, you definitely appreciate it. So it's good stuff. So thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.